let's go Baltimore Ravens at the Arizona Cardinals. Ravens favored by 8.5 here against the 1-6 Cardinals.
The 1-6 Cardinals.
Marquise Brown revenge game.
Okay.
Remember they made that draft day trade.
Yep.
Ravens first rounder for Cardinals give up a first rounder for Marquise Brown.
The Cardinals being a fascinating team. It's funny because they're like,
not anymore. They're not as
well,
fun.
no, they are, because they still, every game, they still scrap and make it close and then still end up losing and not covering the spread. It's like they somehow managed to get the moral victory without even successfully covering the double-digit line that they're facing. But there's always like the second quarter. They're always like, nah, you thought you were going to run away with this, but we're going to peg it back and make you earn it. And then they get blown out.
Yeah, I mean, look, the recency bias on this one is the Ravens just crushed the Lions 38-6.
Annihilated.
And everything was working. The difference in the game last week, besides the fact that, hey, it was the best offensive performance for the Ravens start to finish. To me, the difference, though, was their red zone play. The previous 2 weeks, they got into the red zone in London against the Titans. They just didn't finish a ton. 2 weeks prior to that, it was the Steelers game where they kept dropping touchdowns and everything. Lamar has played extremely well this year, and when the rest of the team plays with Lamar, they're one of the most dangerous teams in the NFL, and that's what we saw last week. Multiple playmakers, the great Mark Andrews, the offensive line, and the best scoring defense in the NFL, one of the best groups of linebackers, a Kyle Hamilton. I mean, there's just a lot to like about this Ravens team. So watch them. I think they're going to play. If they play a decent game, they might be the team that finally starts crushing Arizona as well.
Lamar is now the highest graded quarterback in the NFL. He has a grade that is higher than his MVP season, unanimous MVP season. He's averaging more yards per attempt than his unanimous MVP season. Really, the only thing lacking is, instead of 37 touchdowns and 8 picks, he's only got 8 touchdowns through whatever that is, 7 weeks.
He had a ridiculous touchdown rate that year. And the only other thing holding him down this year too is the fumbles. Right? He kept putting the ball on the turf early in the season.
And he's also got, he has a higher big-time throw rate this season than that crazy MVP season. Like, by pretty much any measure you're looking at, Lamar Jackson is playing like the best quarterback in the NFL, better than his MVP season. He just isn't necessarily getting the box score rewards for that the way he did that year, because you're at the mercy of other people sometimes, right? And we've made this point with several quarterbacks. You need the help in order for everybody to recognize how well you're playing. But like right now, there's nobody playing better than Lamar Jackson at that position. And Arizona has to try and stop that.
Well, I think that's why I'm taking the Ravens. Do you have anything else on this game?
Zaven Collins, this transition from genuine off-the-ball linebacker to pass rusher, which doesn't tend to work well in the NFL. It's not like it's been a resounding success, but the last few weeks, I think Zaven Collins is starting to look like he's putting it together a little bit on the edge.
Something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I have.
Nice. I appreciate that addition.
Okay.
I'll take the Ravens to cover the 8.5.
Yeah, same.